was Amy's pile of stories.
Fun Fact Friday.
All right.
Okay, so space smells like, do you know what space smells like? No? Seared steak. That's what astronauts say. They describe it as either hot metal or searing steak, and that smell actually stays with them and hangs around with them for a while, and it's all they can smell. I mean,
smells like seared steak.
I mean, that smells good.
But what's a seared steak?
Like
on
as you're grilling a steak.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, what else?
Jerry Maguire only made $5.5 million during its fourth week in theaters in January of 1997, and it was still the number one movie. No other movie has ever been number one at a box office with that low of money coming in. Only $5 million.
That's kind of a weird title to hold.
Yeah. Like, we were number one, but
the
we didn't make
lowest
that much
ever.
money. There must have been nothing else. But Jerry Maguire's so good.
Yeah, it's fourth week, though. Fourth week movies don't make that much.
Oh.
I think the thing is there just wasn't another movie that was bigger than that.
Yeah.
All right, what else?
Okay, so I got some Thanksgiving ones. So the first Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade went down with real zoo animals from Central Park. And it was in 1924, and they had monkeys and bears and camels and elephants. Obviously, now we have the traditional balloon characters, but way back when it started, real animals. And then Benjamin Franklin, he actually wrote a letter to his daughter saying that he was kind of bummed that the bald eagle was chosen to represent the United States as the official animal. He wishes it had been the turkey. He said the turkey is a much more respectable bird, in a very formal letter written to his daughter. And then speaking of turkeys, the tryptophan or whatever that's in the chemical that's
Tryptophan?
Oh yeah, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Again,
How do you know how to say
don't
that?
make fun of people who mispronounce things because they're mispronouncing it because they've only read it.
Thank
Although
you.
you've probably heard that a few times.
It's been a minute.
Okay.
Well, how do you know it so well? Tryptophan
Yeah.
or
sure.
whatever. It's, what they say that's in turkey that makes you tired, and after you eat it, you just want to lay down, take a nap, watch football. Well, no, it's because you've overeaten. Like, that's just it. On Thanksgiving, you have way too much food, period, and your body goes into shutdown mode and sleep gets promoted. So that's why that's happening. And I need to tell this to my husband because he's a pilot, and sometimes he has to pack a lunch or whatever, and he would never want to pack a turkey sandwich or anything because he's like, can't get tired while I'm flying. But now I'm going to be like, that's a myth. It's not true.
You tell him it was on Fun Fact Friday, so obviously he's been leading his life wrong the whole time.
Eat all the turkey sandwiches you want while you're flying as long as you don't overeat. And then the Victoria's Secret fashion show, it's being scrapped. It's done. Rest in peace.
Why? Because, not that I care,
Well,
but
I kind of was shocked.
why?
Well, so they just say that last year's taping or whatever was the lowest rated ever.
Okay, well, that makes sense then.
And it's people see it as sexist and anti-feminist, and there's just been a lot around that. So where they're like,
it all comes down to no ratings.
oh,
The beginning is it got no ratings. If it's not making money, then they're going to cut it.
yeah. Victoria's Secret says that they're going to try to evolve the brand's marketing. We don't know exactly what that means, but part of that is getting rid of the fashion show.
Because it brought them no money and ratings. That's what I would think.
But I mean, to
If it
me,
brought
I
them
feel like
ratings
it
and
was
money.
something, even though I didn't really watch it, it's still something iconic to me. But I thought, man, how long has this been around? So I looked it up, and it started in 2001.
So not that iconic.
I know. But for whatever reason in my brain, I saw it as like, oh my gosh, this is ending. I feel like it's been going on forever, but 2001.
All right, there you go.
I'm Amy. That's my pile.
That was Amy's pile of stories.
You guys can hop in if you want. 877-77-BOBBY. That's our phone number. Jason Aldean coming in about 20 minutes or so. 877-77-BOBBY. Appreciate you guys.
Morgan number 2's 30-second skinny.
The American Music Awards are this Sunday. Thomas Rhett and Shania Twain will be performing. Plus, Dan and Shay will be presenting, and it all goes down on ABC at 8/7 Central.
Who's hosting that? Do we know who's hosting that show?
I can look it up real quick.
That's okay. I'm always curious who hosts these things. All right, what else?
Little Big Town shared a new song from their upcoming album. It's called Sugarcoat.
Sometimes I wish I liked drinking. Sometimes I wish I liked pills. Wish I could sleep with a stranger. Someone like me never will. Sometimes I hardly
Sounds
can.
like the song's basically written by me, except I didn't write it.
It does sound like that.
Wow, I wish I could do all that stuff, but I don't. All right, what else?
And Jason Aldean has a new album out today. It's called 9 and features 16 songs. Here's his song, We Back.
We back in the speakers, back in black, getting blasted. my daddy did.
I'm Morgan number 2. That's your skinny.
All right, let's get a Thanksgiving joke. Amy is standing by over there. Hit it.
The morning corny.
What does a disappointed mama turkey tell her kids?
What's that disappointed mom turkey tell her kids?
If your father could see you now, he'd be turning over in his gravy.
So we're definitely highlighting all the gravy jokes, right? It's all gravy now.
She's clapping for herself.
Yes.
I mean, that was very good.
Yeah. Jason Aldean's about to come in, so he's in the green room right now. We're going to play We Back, and then right after this, Jason Aldean in studio. You can watch the interview, too, if you want to. Just go to facebook.com/Bobby Bones Show. It's all live. We got cameras in the studio. Aldean in next. Bobby Bones Show.
On the Bobby Bones Show now.
Jason Aldean.
Here he is.
Yeah.
What up?
What's happening?
Hey, you know, I was thinking about you. We were together a couple nights ago at a charity event.
Yeah.
We were talking, and unless somebody knows it's you, I don't think people would see you and go, "Oh, that's Jason Aldean, the big rock star."
Yeah, it's the beauty of the cowboy hat, man. You know what I mean? It's like I think that's what everybody kind of sees. So when I go out to something like that, I don't think I had a baseball cap or anything on the other night, and so yeah, it's a completely different look. I kind of slide under the radar sometimes, but
I was thinking about it because, you know, we're there talking, and I was like, I wonder if Jason ever has to go somewhere and you like give them your ID, and they're like, "Nah, that's not you."
I mean, I feel like it's happened occasionally. You know what's funny though? Anymore, it's almost like if they see me and think they recognize me, they look over and they see my wife and they're like, "Hold on, okay, I think that's it. That's definitely him because that's her." You know what I mean? So I think she draws more attention than I do a lot of times. Just people noticing her, and then they kind of put it all together. But
if you go through a Starbucks,
she's blowing my cover. You know what I mean?
Will you say Jason? Like Starbucks, will you walk in and go Jason?
Yeah.
And all cool. They turn.
Well, that's my name. What
I know, but still. And when you're so famous, I think you got to roll with like a Chuck or a Willie or something like that.
No, just use my name, Bobby.
All right. Jason Aldean's here. New record out today.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. It's anytime these albums come out, we spend so much time working on them, and then this long gap in between the time that you finish them and the time they finally come out, and you're playing them for all your friends and family, and they typically tell you how great it is, but then you want like a real opinion, so they kind of have to tell you that because they're friends and family. So it's exciting when the album comes out, man, and you get some honest feedback, and that's a big day for us.
16 songs.
Yeah,
that's a lot. You always do basically double albums, but put it on one record.
Well, I mean, my theory on that is just always, if we're gonna wait in a year and a half or 2 years to put out an album, I want it to be worth the wait when it finally comes out. I mean, you wait for, if you have a favorite artist and you wait for a year and a half, 2 years, and then they put out an album that's got 10 songs on it. I don't know. I would just feel like I got a little cheated with it. So we just try to, usually 15 was kind of our norm. Like that was usually what we did. And then on this record, we had 16, and I wasn't really willing to cut one of them off. So we just tacked it onto the album and made it 16.
Jason Aldean's here. I'm going to play track 1, a little bit of Tattoos and Tequila. If you get the record, you turn it on. This is the first song you're going to hear here. So what is it that you're looking for when you find songs that you like? Is there something specific when you're like, all right, this is what I'm looking for? I don't know. Like what?
I think for me, it's a combination. I mean, obviously it's it's lyric stuff. It's, I don't know. I just want to feel like it's something believable. That's really the main thing. Something that's believable coming from me. So lyric obviously has a lot to do with that. Melody, I know melody-wise things that I like, things that I'm good at singing, what's kind of in my sweet spot. And, I don't know, man, just something that I feel like as an artist, it's like when a fan's driving, they're in their car driving to work and they hear a brand new song for the first time and they just kind of have that immediate attraction to the song. They're like, man, did you hear that new song? I love it. And it's kind of the same with us. When we hear these songs, I hear them once and I just kind of know, it's just like, man, I got to cut that. And so, I don't know. It's just kind of a thing. It's a combination of a lot of things, though, I think, for me.
You ever have a song that comes to you and you're like, wow, this song's so good, we got to cut this immediately?
Yeah. There was Thomas Rhett sent me one probably, I don't know, a month or so ago, and he was like, man, we just wrote this song on the road this weekend. You're the first person I thought of. And so he sent it to me, and I was like, yeah, man, I love it. I just finished my album. I said, hey, I just finished my record, but this will be one of the first things I cut for the next record if we, get it. And then he called me back a couple days later and said, well, I think somebody else is going to cut it. And I'm like, well, why would you ever send me a song that somebody else was going to cut? But, there are songs like that, man, that come in that you're just like, I mean, We Back was a song that we kind of were missing that piece of the album. And Tyler Hubbard called me up one day and just said, man, we want to go in and write something for your record. And him and the guys, the Warren brothers, went in and they wrote this thing and sent it to me a couple days later, and it was just like, man, that's exactly what the piece we were missing, for the album. And I think we went in probably 2 days after that and cut it. And then Brantley Gilbert sent me a song that I was on the way to the studio. We had our songs we were going to cut that day, and on the way in, he sent me a song, and I listened to it, and I got to the studio and told my producer, I'm like, all right, well, we're not going to cut this one. We're going to cut this one now.
You switch it up on
Yeah,
it.
it was like the day of going in the studio. So, it happens sometimes like that for sure.
Jason Aldean's here. Got the new record out, 9, which is out today. Can you hang out? We'll do another segment in a second.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
All right, Jason Aldean's here. We'll come back with him next. Bobby Bone Show.
Jason Aldean.
All right, he's in studio. New album's out today called 9. Thanksgiving's coming up. What are you going to do?
I think this year, probably go to my sister's house. I think we're doing Thanksgiving at her house. Typically, we do it at our house, but we're in the process of building our house, so we're gonna have it at her house this year, I think, and it's great. We only live about 10 minutes down the street, so perfect.
If you hire somebody to come and build a house, do they do the same thing to you they would do to me, where they're like, it's gonna be about an extra $1,500?
Probably. No, actually, the guy that's building our house is a friend of mine who has done some stuff he's kind of done some stuff he built my sister's house. He built an add-on that we did to my last house. And so he's turned out to be a really good friend of ours. And so he's out there doing. So the thing I like about it is once we move in, if something's wrong, get him back, he'll come back over and fix it. So, but I would like to think, no, they don't do that, but
What's up with do you have an Aldean room with all your trophies? You having one of those when you draw the plans out, you're like, this is my trophy room.
Well, we,
Is that how he talks?
in our
I imagine that's how you're talking to your house builder.
Right.
I'll take a trophy room right here, please.
I don't really have a trophy room. I, in the last house we built the bowling alley, the 2-lane bowling alley, and we kind of copied that and are doing it at the new house too. And that's kind of my hangout, but like speaking of Thanksgivings, like that's where we do that stuff. It's kind of out. It's separate from the house, and so that's kind of where like all plaques and all those kind of things go. And so I don't know. I guess it's kind of a room.
His bowling alley.
Yeah, do
Bowling
you
alley.
use the bowling alley enough? Because I would get me a bowling alley, but I'm not rich. But if the bowling alley, like I had a pool table before.
Yeah.
And I got it, and I was like, I'll use this 3 times and I'm done.
But see, I don't have a pool table because I did the same thing. I had a pool table and I never played it. Never played pool.
But you use the bowling alley?
All the time.
Are you a good bowler?
I'm pretty good. I mean, I'm decent.
300? Ever hit 300?
No, I never hit 300. 230.
Really?
Yeah, kind of in that
I have no idea what
range.
that means. I just hit him with a really, like, oh, wow. I have no idea what a 230 means.
I figure anything over 200 is pretty good. So
If you were to get a 300 and no one was there to watch you in your own house bowling alley, would you share with anyone? Or would you
I'd take a picture and put it on the gram.
But no one will believe you.
Well, it's too bad.
In your own bowling alley.
Does it keep score like at the real bowling alley, or you have to old school?
No, it's the real deal. We had actually Brunswick came in and did all the the scoring systems and everything. So it's legit.
Do you have bumpers?
Yeah.
You do.
The only thing I don't have is for the kids where like you put the ball on the big metal thing and push it down the ramp.
Yeah.
I don't have the ramp. That's the only thing we don't have.
You got a little place to make Frito pies up there where you go up and you squirt it and make the Frito. You don't have that?
No, but I'll work on it just for you.
All right. Jason Aldean's here. Got a new record called 9. You guys know the squirty thing, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
make
of
it-
course. No snack bar.
Yeah. You'll get there one day.
Snack machine, that's coming next.
Yeah, when you get to record like 12, then maybe you
Yeah.
can get you one of those.
Yeah.
The significance of the number 9?
So 9 was it was my baseball number growing up. It was just kind of always my lucky number. And I remember George Strait had an album called Number 7 back in the day. And I just, I thought, man, maybe if I make 9 records, I'll call it Number 9 or something like that. And it just seemed like so far down the road, and then all of a sudden I looked up and we're cutting the 9th record, So it was just it was kind of always my lucky number, just the number I wore playing sports, and I'll only get to make the 9th record once,
And the 9th track is We Back. Is that
Yeah.
anything there? Or does that just happen?
I'd like to say that, we thought of that, but I don't think we did. Somebody brought it up to me yesterday, and I think that's the first time I heard it. But, I don't know. Maybe I'm not that creative, but that's a good move on our part. The single did come out on September 9th, so that was 9/9.
Just rolling it on.
That was something we planned.
Keeping it small town. Here's one of the new tracks from Jason Aldean today.
Yeah, we're all just backbone blue-collar people, burning that Texaco black smoke diesel. Yeah, we're keeping it small town, keeping it slow, keep that dust stirred up on them old dirt roads. Yeah,
How long ago did you record that one?
I would say maybe 5-6 months ago, probably.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So yeah, Morgan Wallen was one of the co-writers on that song, and they sent it to us, and Morgan's a great singer, man. I really like his voice a lot, and the track he did on it was really cool, and so that was one of those that I heard and just sounded like candy. You know what I mean? It's really good. So, but we probably cut that one. I probably cut the vocal on that one. I'd say probably 5-6 months ago.
When you get it, will you get it fully produced up, everything but the vocal, and you just sit with it and practice for a while, or no?
No, I mean, because when we get the, you mean after we track it? Or
Yeah, if the band goes in and tracks it and lays down all the instruments, will they ever send you that?
Oh, yeah. So I'll go in and track everything with the band. And then once we get the track, they'll send it to me, and I'll just kind of live with it in my car, till we go in to do the vocal, which sometimes could be the next week or sometimes could be a month later, so it just kind of depends. But, yeah.
You ever have a song that you get and you're like, I don't know if this is for me, and you decide not to cut it, and then somebody else cuts it and turns into a big hit?
Yeah. Luke Bryan had one of those. It was the Girl You Make My Speakers Go Boom Boom, that song, whichever one it is. And somebody pitched it to me, and I was listening to it on a plane ride one time, and it's one of those days where I was just kind of tired and kind of halfway paying attention, and I just kind of skipped past it, and I must have been looking for something like in particular, like I don't know if we were looking for tempos or what, but I was just kind of like trying to find them. I didn't think much about it, and then Luke played me his album, and I was like, yeah.
What could have been?
What could have been? Hey, but I'm also a firm believer that songs find the home they're supposed to find, and Big Green Tractor, Jake Owen passed on it, and which was how I ended up with it, and so it just works that way sometimes, and would Jake have had as big a hit on that as we did? Probably not. I probably wouldn't have had as big a hit on Luke's thing as he did. So,
your dad taught you how to play guitar?
Yeah, he taught me the basics. He knew how to play well enough to play country music. 3 chords, but he knew the basics and kind of taught me that. And he promised me that if I learned to play, he would buy me a nice guitar. So the guitar he bought me wouldn't stay in tune. I would play one song, have to retune, retune. And, he just said, man, if you learn to play, I'll get you a nice guitar. Well, this was like at the start of the summer. And by the end of the summer, I was showing him how to play stuff. So a couple months in, I was playing better than him already. And he got a guitar. And I actually had that guitar on the road for a long time, and finally retired it off the road because I was scared. It's getting a little older, and I was scared something was going to happen to it. So it's retired from the road now, but I still got it.
And your parents weren't musicians. They were government? They worked for the government?
Yeah. So my dad was retired Air Force. And then my mom, she worked for the government doing like payrolls and stuff, like money. And so, yeah, my dad, he had a little band, it was like him and his buddies that would come over and sit in the living room and jam a little bit, and I would sit in there, sing with them a little bit, those kind of things. But, they weren't like musicians that got paid, if that's what you mean.
Jason Aldean's here with us. Got a new record, 9, out today. I wonder, Jason, if you're at a party or somebody's house, do people just expect for you to play if there's a guitar around? Do they kind of like lean you into, hey, there's a guitar over here, why not give them a song or two, Jason?
Friends are the worst. My friends are the worst. Like especially like the Buck Commander guys, when we go to like deer hunting camp or whatever, and it's me and Luke, we're there, or Tyler Farr now, we've kind of pulled him into it too, but they're the worst because they're like, they want you to sing and then play this song, and then you're done with that one. Play this song. And you become like a jukebox at that point. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, and for us, what's funny is I could play a million songs. Like I could play all kinds of stuff. And now for so many years, the songs that I play are mine, So then I kind of feel, I'm like, man, I feel weird playing my own stuff. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just kind of puts you in a weird spot. And they're like, oh, you think a lot of your songs, don't you? So it's kind of one of those things. But, and I have to really think and go, man, what songs do I remember how to play? It's been so long. So it's different now.
You ever have proposals at your show? You ever anybody hit you up and let me propose at your show?
Yeah.
How you feel about those?
It depends, I mean, there's sometimes when you're trying to play a show and somebody's like trying to get your attention the whole time you're trying to play, and it's a little distracting. Especially when you don't know what they want. You know what I mean? It's like you can't stop the song and go, what's wrong? You know what I mean? So, but sometimes like if we know ahead of time where I can kind of set it up or something, it works out better. We had one, I think last year maybe, that we do like a little VIP show before the regular show every night, and a guy wanted to propose, and he kind of got my attention, and so we kind of made a thing out of it. If I know what's going on, it's easier for me to help him out, So I don't know. It just kind of depends like that. Sometimes, like when you're in the middle of a show, you're in the middle of like your rock part of the show where everything's grooving, and then it's hard to stop the show and go, all right, time out. Johnny wants to ask you a question.
Jason Aldean's here. He came in today. He's got a new record out today called 9. We played We Back. Everybody go stream it. Download it, however you're getting your music here. Who takes up more closet space, you or your wife?
Oh, my wife. Kidding me? My closet's like, in this house we're in right now, I have like one strip that's about 6 feet long. That's about it.
Is that all you
She's
need?
got shoes. No, I need a little bit more than that. She's got so many shoes, man. It's crazy. So.
Doesn't she have like a shoe line?
She does.
Yeah.
So, and they've been sending them by the dump truckloads to our house, right? Shoes. So she, right now, a lot of them, like most of my shoes right now are in a box in the attic because I don't have any place to put them. I got like like my A-rig stuff, the stuff that I wear like a lot. It's there. Everything else, I got like 2 boxes of stuff in the attic.
You done having kids?
Yes, Bobby, I am. I am officially out of the game, my man.
Like, are you medically out of the game or just in your heart and your head?
All of it. Well, more just I'm done. I'm out.
But physically,
But I
you
mean,
can still
could
have
it
kids.
happen?
Physically, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
you haven't did snip.
Well, I have.
Oh, you
but
have?
There's ways around that.
Okay, so
See.
okay.
Wait, what?
Is that public? Well, yeah, you can get a reset.
Oh,
yeah.
He was acting like it's not a reset. Like it's just like on a Friday you can just decide
Well,
you don't
it's
want
a
it.
process, but there's a ways around it.
Is that news that you've had a vasectomy, or is that out there?
I guess it's
Well,
out there.
That's how we do. We break news here.
Breaking
Jason Aldean
news.
vasectomy
This
news.
is important
No more
stuff.
babies that look just like Jason.
Yeah.
They did, boy. Your son.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. They definitely lost the coin flip on that one, but and both of them Navy too. She's looking more and more like Memphis. So, but it's cool, man. I really enjoy having the little ones there, and my kids are 16, 12. Memphis was about to be 2. So there was a 10-year gap there for me, but it's so much fun having little ones around again, and it keeps you young, man. So it's fun.
All right, Jason Aldean's here. About to let you go. I'm always intrigued by the amount of pyro that you use. There's a lot of explosions. You ever accidentally walked up on one of those a little too
Yes.
close?
Oh yeah.
And before you tell me the story, I need to know the process, because it seems like I would be hypersensitive to where they're blowing up, and if there's like some training, like practice maneuvers around that stuff.
The closest call I ever had was I think we were doing like an iHeart show out in Austin or something, and I was walking on stage, and so it wasn't really our setup, but on the side of the stage they had like these little rocket things that went up, and one went up and kind of like brushed the edge of my cowboy hat, and I mean it blinded me. I couldn't see, and for a second, and that was the closest call I ever had, just because I felt like it almost hit me in the face, but it wasn't really our gear. It was, it was iHeart's rig. So
Let's I had
Just
nothing to do
so
with
you
that.
know.
I had nothing to do with
Just
that
so
one.
you know.
Nothing to do with that one.
But typically, man, when it's our stage, you kind of know what's going on, and we had these sparkler things that would come down, at the end of the show, like the grand finale for the show, and that was always a thing where I would mess up sometimes and stand where the sparkles were coming down, and they get down in your shirt and like in your collar and burn you. So that was fun. So yeah, after
Worth it.
after the Burning It Down tour, we started to reevaluate some things.
One final question here. What piece of advice from an artist early in your career did you take and get and you still kind of remember?
Man, I learned a lot from all those guys. Really, I was just kind of a student. So
Anybody ever pull you aside and like, hey, Jason, we see things are blowing up for you? Because for you, you hit hard. Like,
Yeah.
It was a rapid ascent.
yeah, I think McGraw was one of those guys that kind of had been there, done that, and we were out on tour with him. I think it was probably in 08, 09, and things were kind of starting to take off a little bit, and just sitting around. I used to play basketball with him all the time, and talk and just those guys just telling you like some of the pitfalls to watch out for, and and how to just go about your business. I think the biggest thing was that this, your career is like your career, and you got a lot of people that may want to tell you to do this and do that, but ultimately, like at some point, you're the boss, and it's up to you to kind of steer the ship where you want it to go. And I think that was probably some of the best advice I got.
And if you're flipping it, like who do you grab and go, hey, let me lead you a little bit here if you need it?
Kane Brown, guys like that. I mean, I've had a lot of talks with him just over the years. He was so new, when he came out, he really hadn't played live a whole lot, and he kind of got thrown into all this stuff and blew up pretty quick too. So he was one. Luke Combs is a guy that's called and asked some questions on some things, and he's, because he kind of blew up quick too. And, so I tell all these guys that have been out on tour with me, man, anytime you guys need to talk about anything, I'm always here. So.
All right. With that, we'll encourage you to check out Jason's new album, 9. Got a lot of songs on there. Also, listen, if there's one place Morgan number 2 loves to go, it's Jason Aldean's downtown.
Yes, this is very true.
That's her place, and I don't go many places except for where Morgan number 2 goes, so it's kind of my place too.
Hey, I love it, man.
We go top level. They play Genuine Pony. I grind hard. You should come. We should come grind together sometime. What do you think?
Well, I don't know about all that.
All right.
But, we did just open, Luke and I just opened the steakhouse here too, that just opened here a couple weeks ago, the E3. And it's down there in Hillsborough Village. But so we're trying to take over the old restaurant market here in Nashville, but it's good.
What was Luke wearing?
A cowboy hat.
He showed up.
It was all black, and he had a big black cowboy hat.
He looked like John Party.
Yeah. I thought,
And he shaved his beard, and he
so
shaved his
true.
beard off too. I didn't know if he was going for something.
I don't know. Maybe he was going to look for like John Party. I don't know what was going on. When he got out of the car, I'm like, what just happened right now?
You thought the same thing, right?
Yeah, I don't have a hat on, and you're wearing a cowboy hat. This is completely off here. But it was fun. We had a good time, and we've been working on that restaurant for a long time. So to finally have it up and running, it's great, and the food's great too. So check that one out too when you guys are out on the town.
Got it going, all of it. You need a few more bucks. I was thinking about it. Glad you could open up another restaurant. Yeah, I was really feeling bad for you.
I get bored, man. I gotta have stuff to do.
All right, Jason Aldean. Hey, good to see you, bud.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Check out 9, Jason Aldean. Let's clap him out here. There he is, Bobby Bones Show. How do we feel about the Jason Aldean interview?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Thought it was awesome. How do you feel about it?
Pretty good. Kind of lose track of time. I look down and we're like 10 minutes over. It's always a pretty good sign with an interview. I was reading this story last night where this doctor, he's on a plane just chilling, going from destination A to B. But there's this older guy, and the guy starts to go, oh, my stomach is killing me. And so they're kind of gathering around him. And they're like, uh-oh, something's wrong. Is there a doctor? And they're flying to New York. And so a doctor's like, yeah, it's me. I'm here. And so he goes up and determines that there has been a bunch of urine trapped in the guy's bladder, but he couldn't use the bathroom. And that since they were flying over the ocean to New York, they could not land the plane. So what this doctor did is he goes down and he uses the materials in the airplane, an oxygen mask, a syringe needle, straws from milk boxes, and tape. I mean, I'll say MacGyver. A lot of you kids may not know what MacGyver is, but MacGyver figured out how to save the world just, with a pencil and a piece of grass.
Everyday items, yeah.
And so he's trying to get the urine out of this guy's bladder, and he can't get it out, so he takes a straw and has to suck it out for hours. And they have it all on video.
Oh. Ugh.
That's super kind.
No, he saved the guy's life by doing that. The guy would have died. It would have ruptured.
Right.
So the next 37 minutes, he had to suck the urine out of his bladder and spit it into an empty wine bottle and glass. Quote, if we had not dealt with this situation, the patient's life would have been at risk. It was an emergency situation. I couldn't figure out any other way.
That's crazy.
The needle to get it out, the syringe wasn't long enough to get into it.
Oh my
So the needle went into the bladder?
Well, that's what they wanted for it, but they had to use a straw because it wasn't long enough to get in.
Right. Okay.
So the guy who was just dying of pain, maybe would have died because his bladder was going to erupt, was saved by the doctor on the plane who was smart enough to go, give me a straw, give me this. And he went down and just started sucking all of it out and did it for almost an hour.
Oh.
That's crazy. Anyone ever see an accidental hero? You know, I mean, we see police officers and military members all the time, but I mean, but something where it's not supposed to happen, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, we can't believe that just happened. And if so, you can call us. I'd like to talk to you, 877-77-BOBBY. But that story was nuts. I did see a flight out of Los Angeles had to make an emergency landing right after takeoff yesterday because the flight caught on fire.
Oh, my gosh.
Imagine you're on that flight. Ugh. Listen, if nobody's heard, it's a pretty good story, huh?
Yeah.
The fire, that's scary.
Over 300 passengers were aboard a plane that had to make an emergency landing, and flames were seen coming out of the engines.
No, that's the, yeah. I do not want to be on that plane. I think even if everybody's fine.
Let me talk to Tony in Kentucky, who's on the phone. Hey, Tony, you're on the Bobby Bones Show. What's going on with you?
Oh, my gosh, Bobby, hi. I'm so excited. I'm coming to the show tonight.
Oh, you're coming to, Eddie and I are going to be in Louisville tonight.
Nice.
Yes, I call myself the OG fan from Louisville because I, discovered you on accident, and I introduced all my family and friends, and they're like, Bobby Jones who? And I'm like, no, Bobby Jones.
You discovered us by accident. What, you just flipping through the radio?
Yes, you know, when I caught you guys, it was the day Ray was doing the push-up challenge, and I was like, what the crap is going on here? So it hooked me, and I've been hooked ever since.
Well, we appreciate that, and looking forward to seeing you tonight.
Oh, I'm so excited. So I have to tell you, I'm probably going to be crying while I'm there, too, because I had an aunt that I recruited to be a B-teamer. She passed away at 49 last year, and she would have so been going to the show with us because I drug her and my mom to, your comedy show in Franklin and to the Opry 3 times to see you. So tonight I'm wearing a hat of hers in her honor, so she's going to be there with us. So if you see any crying in row E, you will know that they're happy tears, but we're going to be sad because she's not there with us. So
most crying is because people want their money back. You're like,
no, that's not it.
No.
Actually, I was going to ask you, is there any way, if I made a donation to St. Jude in her honor, that you would meet and greet me tonight? Because I was on vacation the week the meet and greets went for sale, and I missed them. And I had tickets to see you guys in Louisville last 2 years ago.
I'll tell you what, you don't have to beg. We'll just set it up. We'll just set it up. Yeah, I mean,
I would so beg.
No, don't beg. We'll put you on hold. We'll see you tonight in Louisville, okay?
Oh, you guys rock. Eddie, I can't wait to meet you.
I can't wait to meet you.
All right, bye, Tony.
Just like you. Thanks, guys.
All right,
Love you.
Raymundo, can you handle her and get her information, and we'll set it up for tonight. By the way, if you're in Louisville, you want to come, just go to ragingidiots.com. There are a few tickets left, not many. All right, cool. Amy, anything you want to say?
No, I mean, I'm excited that you're going to meet her. That was super sweet. And then she's going to be wearing her aunt's hat. That's special. And then she called them happy tears.
Here's a call here where a guy, her son's allergic to bees. And this is kind of a hero story. Raymundo, let's take this call on line 1 here. You're on the Bobby Bones Show. How are you?
Good morning, studio.
Morning. What's your name?
My name is Sarah, calling from Massachusetts.
All right, Sarah, tell me your story.
So my son is 8 years old, and he's allergic to bees. He requires an EpiPen if he's allergic, or, gets stung. And last summer, my son's in the backyard and, running around, and he starts screaming. He's like, I got stung. So I was like, all right, let's get you inside, get the EpiPen and all that. And my dog, her name is Diamond, and she ran over to, where my son got stung and stuck her head inside. It was like an in-ground bee's nest. She would not leave that spot until my son got in the house. And
Wow.
it was like a scene out of the movies. She was swarmed with bees. So I got my son all taken care of. My husband's at work. I call my mom, like, Mom, you got to come. I need help. Like, Maddie got stung. The dog got stung. We had to rush my dog to the emergency vet. She went into anaphylactic shock, and she got stung. They estimated over 50 times. But, like, if she wasn't in that spot, like, it would have been my son.
Yeah, like she
you know what I mean? Like,
stuck her
it was
dog
like
head
she knew to stay there.
and to block the bees from your son. That's crazy. Is the song...
Like I said, it was like a scene out of the movies. And then I was like, so I got my son all set. My mom came over, helped him. And it was like, do the Benadryl and everything. And then I'm like, oh, my God, like the dog. And, like, she would not leave that spot until, like, my son was in the house safe.
Wow. Is the dog still alive?
It was crazy.
Is the dog
The
still
bees were
alive?
all over her. It was crazy.
Is
But
the
it
do-
was like,
Can she
she's
hear
like
me?
our hero.
Is the dog still alive?
Yeah. She came out of it fine. She was on a bunch of, like, prednisone for, like, 10 days. Her whole face swelled up. She had welts all over her body. And she was, like, a free dog, too. She was, like, one of those, someone showed up at my house. And I'm a dog groomer, so, like, everyone knows, like, I love animals. And they're like, hey, we have this dog. And, like, we have 3 dogs. And she's, like, the best dog. So we consider her, like, our little mini hero. And, she just, like I said, she just knew not to leave that spot until he was safe.
That's pretty cool. Well, we appreciate that call. Thank you for sharing that story with us.
Thank you. Appreciate
right.
it.
See you later.
Take care. Have a nice Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you too. Have a nice Thanksgiving. I started to wonder if she could hear me.
Yeah.
Just talking.
Like I was talking and I was like, is my microphone off? Are we still in the air?
Excited.
Yeah. Yeah, appreciate that excitement though, for sure. All right, thank you guys. All right, coming up in just a few minutes, we'll get into that Friday morning dance party. I do want to get to Bill in Virginia, who's on the phone right now. Hey, Bill, we're talking about if you have ever seen or been around like an accidental hero situation, because this doctor's on a flight and this person's bladder is blowing up, and so he has to go down and build it out of milk carton straws and has to go into the person's body and go into their bladder and like suck stuff out of their bladder on an airplane, which is insane. So, Bill, what do you think about this?
That's pretty darn amazing there. That's total devotion.
Well, what happened with you?
Well, some friends and I were going from Virginia Beach to Norfolk on the interstate. I focused on this one car on the oncoming traffic. For some reason, all of a sudden, the car went into the median and flipped about 6 times. The guy was partially ejected. I was the first one there. And found out the guy did not have a pulse. And I performed CPR on him. And then he had swallowed his tongue. I couldn't reach far enough in there to get his tongue out.
Are you trained, by the way, like to see this and do all this?
I was a lifeguard for a few years at Virginia Beach Oceanfront, and a long time ago. And but I've always kept up with my CPR training.
Wow.
But so finally, somebody had a pin, and I got his tongue, back out, and performed CPR on him for about 19 minutes. Rescue got there, and the mayor of Norfolk wrote me a letter and certificate, and the head of the rescue squad wrote me a letter, and the guy's family always invited me over for Thanksgiving dinner.
Aw.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Did you think about it much, or was it just such a reaction to go do it?
I think it was just a reaction where my old training had kicked in.
That's wild. Let's give this guy a little clap here. Wow. Well, I appreciate that call, Bill, and good for you. Listen, I think if something happened like that to me,
Hey, have a nice Thanksgiving, y'all.
You too. I think I'd just run. Ah, I'm
You
scared.
don't know though.
I know, but I know how it worked. I'd be like, oh no, can somebody help him? Judy in Texas, you're on the air. Hey, Judy, what do you want to say?
Hey, Bobby.
What's happening?
I was wondering if there was any way you would be willing to sell some of your pictures from the Ronnie Dunn photo shoot to donate to charity for St. Jude.
Well, we haven't put them up yet, but what we're going to do is we're going to do a raffle. We're not going to auction. We're not going to give it to the highest bidder, but you'll be able to buy like a $10 ticket, then we're going to draw, and you'll get one of the pictures that Ronnie Dunn and I shoot together. One of them's like a signed pair of chaps that Ronnie Dunn from Brooks and Dunn and I, that I wore in the picture. So we're going to do that. I just didn't want it to be the most money won. I want everybody to have kind of like an equal shot.
Yeah.
So
like
that'll be how we do it. We'll do it with 2 different ones, and the money will go to St. Jude. So we're not going to sell them straight up, but we will kind of raffle them off. I guess that's the word, right? Raffle? Yeah. You can follow it. We'll do it in the next week or so, I'm pretty sure. BobbyBones.com. We do have the Friday morning dance party coming up in the next 5 minutes or so, and Tell Me Something Good in the next 3. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with us and being part of the show and telling your friends about us and tagging us on your Instagram stories. Yeah, thank you so much for listening to the Bobby Bones Show. Let's play a 60-second showdown. On the phone right now in Wichita, Kansas is Janaya. Is it Janaya? Is that how you say it?
Janaea.
Okay, Janaya. Well, I'm glad you called. Would you like to try to win $100 in cash?
Yes, I would. It would make my day, even just to try.
Okay. Well, you have 3 categories here. You get to choose your categories. If you get all 10 questions right in 60 seconds, you win $100 of my money, okay?
Okay.
Would you like the category of The Bobby Bones Show? Ooh. U.S. presidents. Or, we've had it before, and people are like, you should bring that back because I don't like how other people did. Disney movies. Pick one of those. U.S. presidents, Bobby Bones Show, or Disney movies.
I will go with the Bobby Bones Show.
Okay, no one's ever got this category right, all 10 questions.
Well, I will try my hardest. I listen to you guys every morning.
Okay, thank you. By the way, thank you for that. Here we go. The timer starts as soon as the first question is over. 10 questions, 60 seconds pass if you don't know it. Question number 1. What country are Amy's kids from?
Haiti.
Correct. How old am I turning next year?
40.
Correct. What's the name of the segment Morgan number 2 does about food?
Food World.
Correct. What pro athlete did I used to do a national sports show with?
Pass.
In what year did the show move to Nashville?
Pass.
What's my favorite John Mayer song?
Oh. Slow Dancing in a Burning Room.
Incorrect. What state do I have tattooed on my arm?
Arkansas.
Correct. What was Amy's mom's Twitter handle that inspired Pimp and Joy?
Pass.
How many kids does Eddie have right now?
He has 2 kids of his own and 2 foster kids.
Correct. Who on the show is featured on the song Vacation?
Raymundo.
Correct. Back to it. What pro athlete did I host a sports show with? You got close. How many did she get there? 6, 7?
Yeah, I think so.
She had 6 right?
6.
Okay, you did okay. Let's go over some of these you didn't get. For many years, I did a pro national sports show with Andy Roddick, the pro tennis player. Did you know that when I say that? Did you know that?
Yes, because he was also on, wasn't he also on the Family Feud with you guys?
He was. We played against his team. That's right. He beat us. I hate that game. No, he's one of my closest friends.
Sorry to break it up.
The show moved to Nashville in the year of 2013.
Wow, I didn't even know that one. I didn't think about it.
You didn't? My favorite John Mayer song is?
I would have said 2015.
Oh, Stop This Train.
Stop This Train. And Amy's mom's Twitter handle was Judy B. Pimpin' Joy. So
I knew it was Pimp and Joy something. I just couldn't remember the first part.
Well, you gave it a good run.
I tried.
You tried.
It was
You know
a lot
what?
of fun.
I'm going to give you something anyway. I'm not going to give you the cash, but here's what I have. We're going to give you a $100 Walmart gift card and a Walmart photo gift. So we have the blanket, right? We have one blanket left. Which one is it? Oh, boy.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Listen.
Lucky winner.
Well, so Walmart does these awesome things where they'll put a picture on all these holiday gifts. And we have these blankets. And I don't know why they picked this picture, but it's a picture of me at the gym.
Boxing gloves?
No boxing gloves.
Yeah, right. Oh, no.
But I'm holding onto these rings. It's a lot. But I'm going to give you this blanket. I can sign the blanket if you want. Do you want that?
Oh my God, you just made my day. You're gonna make me cry because today's my birthday.
Oh, come on!
Happy birthday!
I mean, I feel a bit ridiculous giving her this picture where it's like
That's a good gift.
It's
dude.
like muscle picture. But we'll give you that and a $100 Walmart gift card, and so, it's pretty cool.
Thank you
The
so
blanket
much.
is pretty cool. You'll stay warm. You may feel like a wiener with a big picture of me on it. Can you see it on the?
Yeah.
So we'll give you that, and then again, go to Walmart and get the. So it's a stupid picture.
But the blanket looks
That's
warm.
the picture that I had to send Amy and go, Amy, is it okay if I post this on Instagram?
Yeah.
But she
But
said
it was to announce your gym. Like, it wasn't like, hey, look at me, I'm working out. It was like, hey, we have a new gym opening.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. We're going to give this to you. And thank you for listening. Enjoy the blanket. I'll sign it for you if you want. Did we sign it or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Please do.
We'll send you a $100 Walmart gift card. Get over the photo gift, okay?
Thank you so much. You guys have no idea how much this means to me.
Well, thank you for calling and thank you for playing. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Don't
Thank
hang
you.
up, Ray. Don't let her hang up. All right, cool. All right, there's that. That blanket is a little. It's a little much. Not gonna. Eddie, I hear your whole family's coming to the show tonight.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm so pumped.
Well, we're gonna be in Louisville, and Eddie's whole family. They haven't. I guess your foster kids haven't seen you play yet.
Foster kids don't even know I play. They see me kind of walk out of the house on the weekends with a guitar or whatever, but that's the most of it. And even my 6-year-old really hasn't seen us really perform. I think it's just gonna blow their mind, really. Like, I don't think they know what Daddy does when he leaves on the weekends.
On vacation.
On the vacation.
Yeah. I don't know. I let your wife hear
going
that.
on vacation.
Yeah. So we're in Louisville tonight. If you guys want to come, RagingIdiots.com. I tell you what happened to me the other night. I'm out and we're having dinner, and I finished dinner and we're doing a work event, and my throat, the right side of my throat, starts to swell up, and my tongue, the right side of my tongue, starts to swell up, and I can feel it when I'm in my hotel. And I'm like, uh-oh, this is not right. So instead, I just go to sleep. Probably should not have done that, but I'm like, I'm going to lay down. But I was having an allergic reaction to something. I don't know what it was. And only the right side of my whole body started to swell up.
Oh, my gosh.
Isn't that ever happened to you?
Mm-mm.
I looked at my tongue. I got in the bathroom and I took my tongue out. You know, you can see like knots and stuff on your tongue.
Yeah.
The whole right side of my tongue had swollen up and knots were all
So
over
did
it.
you eat something different?
I mean,
Seafood?
I don't know what I ate.
'Cause
I mean,
that's
I know
what-
what I had for dinner. Yeah, there was seafood involved.
Oh,
it.
That's what happened to Stevenson whenever, and I was like, just eat your shrimp, buddy. He's like, I don't think so. I'm like, keep eating it. It's what's for dinner. Like, he ended up looking like the guy from Hitch. I was like, sorry, buddy, you're allergic to shellfish. Didn't know.
But I didn't have anything that I haven't had before.
But can you develop it? Like, is it you always have it or you don't, or can it be developed? That's what I don't know.
Well, and I don't know what it was even to look back at, because I remember we were like 5 things. They're like small things. So I was just eating.
Yeah.
And to get back to my hotel room and I'm blown up on all. Has anyone ever had a weird allergic reaction and not knowing what it was from? I know in the studio you guys haven't.
I've had, it's just, I get what you're talking about with sardines. It happened to me one time, never do it again.
Oh.
Once,
Yeah.
I had a girl I was dating. This has been a bit ago. And she had put some like lip plumper on her lips.
Mm-hmm.
And I kissed her and my lips started to swell up.
Whoa.
But I'm told that's kind of what that is. It's like lip plumper makes you allergic and swells up. Is that
Yeah.
right? That's what that.
Wait, so what was it, like a lipstick she put on or
Yeah.
something?
It's like they sell a lip gloss that has a plumper in it.
And it's
that,
just to
like-
make you allergic to it. And that's what blows up your lips. And I'm going, my lips are burning. My lips are burning. I think I'm allergic to this. And she goes, no, that's what we do. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's what you do. You put this on your lips to be allergic to it every time? She's like, well, that's how the lips blow up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever use that crap?
I have before, but not in a while.
So what's your lips look like?
They look pretty good.
Like Jenner?
Look at Jenner. What's up, baby?
This is a lip kit.
Luke Bryan, Sunrise, Sunburn, Sunset, Bobby Bone Show. Hey, hit us up if you want. 877-77-Bobby.
Morning, studio.
Morning.
Hey, Bobby. I'm the one that bet $50 on you last year, and you won. And I was just wondering what your thoughts are. Nashville has been great about rallying together and getting everybody to vote for Lauren Elena. And I've been voting. But I'm worried that she's going to get a ton of votes, and it's going to come down to 2. And because of the new judging system, they might not vote for her because of your influence. What do you think about that? I want her to win, but I hope they don't do that.
Well, so Dancing with the Stars Monday night, I'll be there. It's the finale of the show. If you're new to the show, I won last year. And you're thinking because we raised had such a time over there, they don't want Lauren to win because that'll be 2 in a row.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know how it's going to end. I don't think they're going to vote anybody off. I think it's only voted a winner, so I don't think the judges get to eliminate anyone. Does that make sense? I don't think the judges will get to pick. I guess they can influence the score on the dance a little bit, but I think she's going to do fine. All I worry about is everybody else they're all trained dancers, and Lauren has never danced before the show. So I talked with Lauren. I was like, hey, just use that spot when they're interviewing you. That's your spot. That's where they can't control you. So we'll see how it turns out. I know we'll all vote for her. We'll all watch Monday. And I don't think there's a conspiracy to get Lauren, though. She's just too lovable of a person. And also, the judges are also good folks, even off that show. Even Lynn, Bobby, he's actually a really nice guy. So I do not think there's a conspiracy against Lauren.
Well, I just don't know how the voting's going to go at the end. Is it the person with the most votes, or are they going to come down to two when they pick the winner?
No, it won't be that. It'll be the dance scores and votes. It'll be a mix of those two. Yeah. That's a good call, though. I appreciate that.
Great. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Love you guys.
Bye, Jane.
Listen to you every day.
Thank you. Everybody remember Monday, vote for Lauren.
Okay.
Monday.
Well, not during the day, but Monday night while the show's on, yeah. Let's go to Kristen in Virginia who's on. Hey, Kristen, you're on the Bobby Bone Show. What's happening?
Morning, studio.
Morning.
I was just calling, Bobby, in regards to your conversation you just had a bit ago on the radio about your side of your mouth swelling and if allergies can develop at any period of time throughout your life.
Yeah, my throat and the side of my tongue all started swelling up. And it's mostly gone down as of now, but I never had anything happen like that before.
Well, me, myself, have a large scope of allergies. I'm allergic to a large scope of foods, 8 different molds and mildews, dogs, cats, feathers, oak wood. So I carry EpiPens around with me constantly. And I heard your conversation and just wanted to let you know that according to my allergist, those allergies can develop at any point in time in your life. He had actually eaten shellfish the majority of his life and went out to dinner one evening and had shellfish and went into cardiac arrest. So,
oh my!
Holy crap! I got off lucky.
Yeah.
I don't know what I ate. I do have an EpiPen they send me with though. I don't carry it around ever, but it was for when they did the allergy test on my back and they started to put all this stuff in my back. And
yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, you're allergic to everything. Here's an EpiPen." And so, but I don't take it with me.
Maybe you should now.
What's that in your pocket? EpiPen? Are you happy to see me? I ain't trying to have that all the time. Again, if I had a purse or something, maybe I should carry a purse. You girls, you got it going with a purse. I'm envious that you get to carry a purse around.
You can fanny pack it.
I don't know. It's just difficult. It didn't really match with a lot of stuff. I have about 3 fanny packs.
It's too fluorescent.
It's just a lot. You always got to buckle it. But only like half of my face blew up, which was weird. It wasn't like the whole face. But I did have seafood that night.
Maybe it is something in that. You should go back, test it out.
Well, I can't.
Order everything
It's
you
not
got.
here. It's not here. It's not here. Appreciate all those calls. I do want to run over Morgan number 2's winning songs. We mentioned yesterday we talked about this because she does have the championship belt in the draft, and so she displays it proudly at her desk. She won 10 matches first, and so we started to go, oh, she doesn't have a song for when she wins. Here are her 3 options. The one we played yesterday was Bruno Mars.
24K Magic.
Okay, here we go. If she wins, she can play this song.
What y'all trying to do?
Okay. Now let's act like she won, and we'll hear her second option, which is what?
Beer Never Broke My Heart.
Okay, so there she is, the winner, Morgan number 2. Play that song. That does kind of fit you. Like that's your brand.
Yeah.
So far, I'm feeling that one for you. All right, and then here's your other option.
Here I Go Again by Whitesnake.
Okay, here we go. Morgan number, she just won. There's nice win. Nice win.
Again on my own.
Oh, that's not bad.
Going down the only road I've ever known.
And that is kind of you at the bar party song.
Yep.
Wow.
They're all very on brand for me.
I'm gonna pull out the Bruno Mars though. Like it's a good one, but I don't think that one's as you as the other 2 are. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think that Luke Combs is perfect because she just gets so excited anytime that song comes on.
So we'll put the vote between Luke Combs. So I'm taking out Bruno Mars from the vote. Was my point here. We'll do that, and we'll vote between Luke Combs or Whitesnake.
Okay.
Okay, all of us can have a vote. Amy, you're going Luke Combs?
Yep.
Mike D, what do you go over there? Just yell it out.
Whitesnake.
Okay. Ooh, we're back to even, 1-1. Lunchbox?
Luke Combs.
Eddie?
Come on, man. You know I love that classic rock. Whitesnake.
Wow. We're back to even again. Raymundo, what are you going?
Luke Combs, no question. Beer never broke my heart.
Let me hear that one more time. There she is, Morgan number 2. There's
Long neck ice cold beer never broke my heart.
That does hit hard.
It hits real hard.
I like that.
Okay, Morgan, your new winning song will be Luke Combs, Beer Never Broke My Heart. That's a good one for you.
All right.
It fits. Yeah, there she is. And she just won a winning song.
Long neck ice cold beer never broke my heart.
Hey, what happened yesterday where people on the show were thinking Joaquin Phoenix died?
Yeah, so our company sent out a phishing test.
Like pH phishing.
Yes. Like they sent it to the work email to see if they, anybody in the company would click on it to probably teach you not to click on certain things like clickbait.
Yeah.
And Scuba Steve.
Our new executive producer.
So I'm on the phone with Mike D. Mike D's up here, Scuba Steve, Hillary, they're all on the phone. And I just hear in the background, Joaquin Phoenix is dead. And I'm like, what? Mike's freaking out. Everybody's freaking out. We're like, what happened? And Scuba Steve's like, man, Heath Ledger, after he played the Joker, he died. Joaquin Phoenix, he's got all these theories now of like why now he's dead. And I mean,
so
we're all believing
first of all,
it.
he's been fished.
Right.
And now he's already developed a theory as to why Joaquin Phoenix has died.
But he has a theory. And this is how fast like things spread because they're all here at work hearing it. I'm on the phone hearing it. It's like a game of telephone. I'm sitting at my dining room table.
I see it on his Twitter.
Yes. I'm with my husband and our other friend Chase. We're having a meeting and I'm like, Joaquin Phoenix is dead. And then Chase is like Googling, wow, Joaquin Phoenix is dead. I mean, it was so fast. And then, like, by the time Mike D and I are about to hang up and we're done with our little meeting, Mike's like, oh, never mind. Just check your email. Joaquin Phoenix is alive. Scuba Steve got fished. And I guess he got a notification, like, from iHeart saying, you fell for the iHeart phishing test.
Dang.
Yeah, so then like, you're susceptible to clickbait. Scuba Steve.
How embarrassing.
Yeah.
I did see it on his Twitter, and I was like, oh, my God, Joaquin Phoenix is dead? And then I forgot about it.
It almost got you, too?
Well, I just Googled, and it wasn't trending on Twitter, and I thought there's no way that'd be a humongous story. How do you get caught in the phishing scam?
I don't know. I went through my work email, and I don't know if I just didn't fall for it or deleted it, or I don't know what he did.
I do want to mention your podcast, though, Amy. You have Trisha Yearwood on again.
Yeah.
I saw the picture of you, Trisha, and your son. You can search 4 Things with Amy Brown, and you can hear this. And this was a clip that I thought was pretty cool. This is Trisha talking about being a bonus mom to Garth's kids and who helped by giving her the good cop role.
Garth was a great dad in that he would give me the good cop role sometimes, so he was the disciplinarian. So I got a chance to be the good guy a lot in the beginning, and that helped me kind of earn my way with them. And then, of course, food. I mean, Garth, Garth made, he was a single dad. He had not cooked, but he did cook for those kids. They had a lot of the frozen chicken that you would bake and a lot of boxed mac and cheese. So I think, honestly, I just won them over with mashed potatoes. I really think that was the key.
Yeah, check out Amy's podcast. Weekend, I don't know what you're doing. You can check out that. She with Trisha Yearwood. You can also, it's called 4 Things with Amy Brown. And you can also check out mine, which is called The Bobby Cast, where I had Naomi on from Runaway June, and she just talked about her life, which is crazy. It's almost like Forrest Gump-ish. She lived on a bus for a long time. Not a tour bus, a family bus with like 11 siblings. And then she worked on a fishing boat. And then she played music at the airport. And then now Runaway June, obviously. I can buy my own drinks. They're doing their thing. So check those out. 2 podcasts for you over the weekend. Appreciate you guys.